Buenos dias, y'all. RGT85 here. Hope everyone is having a great day. I'm uploading this on Thursday morning because there's probably a bunch of snow on the ground right now, and I feel like sleeping in, so I'm filming this Wednesday night. But of course, we got some video game news to talk about. Bunch of stories going on that I definitely want to cover. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, and share the video. And without any further ado, let's talk about what's going on in the world of video games. And we're going to start things off with Horizon Forbidden West. Now, the PlayStation 5 isn't a system I talk about a ton on the channel because really, since it came out after Ratchet and Clank came out, like, I just haven't played mine. Most of my third-party stuff I play over on my Xbox Series X. Of course, I pick up third-party games on the Nintendo Switch to review, but there just hasn't really been anything on the PlayStation 5 that's been like, hey, you need a PlayStation 5 to play this, and this is a game you'll really want to check out, because just based on my, personal preferences of what I like to play, Deathloop didn't do anything for me. I don't care about Returnal, but when it comes to Horizon Forbidden West, this game just looks absolutely awesome. Of course, it comes out less than a month from now on February 18th. So I'm super looking forward to this game. We got a brand new trailer showcasing some of the story elements of the game, and I like it. It seems like they're going deeper into the story. I thought the story in the first game was solid, but I think they're going a little bit deeper into the world itself, which is what was more interesting to me, maybe more so than the characters themselves, kind of like why the world was the way it was and what other parts of the world were like during this time frame. It seems like there's going to be a new character. They tease something at the end of the trailer with a new character that's got everyone questioning, well, who is this character? Are they from the same time frame? Are they like a time traveler or something? I don't know. I like the mystery going on with it. And of course, the gameplay and the visuals in this game just look absolutely awesome. Like, the combat has been refined. One of my biggest complaints about the original game was that the hand-to-hand combat, I don't know, it felt kind of weak to me, but it seems like they definitely improved it in this sequel. And of course, the visuals are just absolutely breathtaking. This is going to be one of the first open world style games that we've gotten on these new consoles that will really showcase the power of it. Yes, of course, there is a version available on the PlayStation 4, but the PlayStation 5 version is the game I'm getting. So I just wanted to give this game a little shine. Like I said, I don't talk all that much about PlayStation 5 stuff, but I will probably be reviewing this game when it comes out, so be on the lookout for that. But are you excited for Horizon Forbidden West? Let me know in the comments down below. This next story is honestly kind of odd because I don't understand the reasoning for it, and I'm puzzled as to why this is even happening, but it involves Dying Light 2 on the Nintendo Switch. Now, of course, late last year, we got Dying Light 1 ported over to the Switch, and this was an awesome game. Like, I was super blown away by how good this port was. If you haven't played it yet and you only own a Nintendo Switch and that's, the only system you have, it's definitely worth checking out Dying Light. They did a fantastic job with this version of the game, and I was super impressed with it. Now, Dying Light 2, of course, was going to be a cloud edition on the Nintendo Switch, which, I don't like anything really cloud related, but, I was at least willing to give it a look, a chance, potentially. Obviously, Kingdom Hearts severely let me down, and I feel like will let down most Nintendo Switch owners when they check that out via the demo or the full product when it comes out in February. But Dying Light 2 was supposed to come out on February 4th with the cloud version on the Nintendo Switch, but it's been delayed. It's been delayed, and it'll be like up to a 6-month delay. Techland didn't really specify when it was actually going to release on the Switch, but all the other versions of the game are still coming out on February 4th. Whereas the cloud version of the game, something that you don't have to really cater, to the hardware of the system because it's not really running the game. The cloud is running the game, has been delayed for up to 6 months, and it's like, why? What the hell is the purpose of the cloud then? I thought the whole cloud thing was just supposed to be instantaneous gaming that you access on a server and you play it via the internet without being dependent on the hardware. Like, that's how xCloud and Stadia and things work like that. But for some reason, the Nintendo Switch version of this game is being delayed for quality assurance. Now, like I said, there is no concrete new release date for this, but this is ridiculous. Like, it just shows you the problems of cloud gaming. It's not as easy as these companies are obviously making it out to be, because of the fact that, well, if it was, this game would come out on February 4th. I feel like by the time the cloud version of this game comes out, like, nobody's gonna care about it, especially when you have the native version of the first game running on the Nintendo Switch. I get it, you put more graphics into the game, you put more this, that, and the other, but really, this is just another shitty example of cloud gaming, and I don't like cloud gaming, and I don't understand why people are trying to promote cloud gaming. As an option, it's fine. As an option, it's fine. As a mandatory thing, hell no. And this is yet just another example. Next up on the docket, we have an interesting case of a Nintendo Switch OLED price drop. Now, this was a temporary price drop done by one retailer in the UK, and, well, it completely backfired. It did not go well for this retailer, and the results of everything did not work out very well. So in the UK, the Nintendo Switch usually sells for £315. Now, converting that to US dollars, it's about a little over $400. And of course, I mean, that's a lot of money. Obviously, the pound system and the dollar system is different, but still, at the end of the day, I mean, that's more money than a Nintendo Switch is in the United States. Well, this actually got a price drop at a retailer called The Game Collection, which is a UK-based online retail store, and it was down to £300. So 15 pounds less, that translates to about $20 off. So, I mean, it's a really good deal. You know, a brand new system, brand new hardware at a lesser price point than when it was released at just a few months ago. Obviously, people are going to want to buy up this deal. So a lot of people in the UK tried to take advantage of this, and it didn't work. It didn't work. And why do you think that is? Why do you think that people that were able to get a Switch OLED for cheaper were not able to get a Switch OLED for cheaper? Scalpers. Scalpers. Like, that shouldn't be a surprise to you. Essentially, what ended up happening was this website announced that they were doing it and they were running it until midnight or until supplies lasted. And of course, within minutes, seconds really, these Nintendo Switch OLED systems were all purchased up and then resold by scalpers because of these scalper bots that are out there that comb through these websites because of the fact that they gave a whole thing. They gave a whole announcement saying that this was going to be on sale. So anyone who wanted to get it was probably not able to get it. I'm sure there were some people that fell through the cracks with that, but I think it actually tells a bit more of an interesting story to me, because to me, the whole pricing structure of the Nintendo Switch family of systems, it seems ridiculous to me. Like, I feel like it should be $200 for the Switch Lite. That's fine. Maybe you could go to $179, but $179 to $200 for the Lite, $250 for the standard, and $300 for the OLED. Like, that seems to me to make a lot more sense. I mean, obviously, Nintendo probably isn't hurting when it comes to sales of the system. It sold over 100 million worldwide. It's on pace to be one of the best-selling, it already is one of the best-selling systems of all time, but it's on pace to, like, beat everything pretty much, possibly even the PlayStation 2, depending on the life cycle of this game. But yeah, this just completely backfired, and I feel bad for people who got excited, because I know, like, I was showing a Nintendo Life article up here where they were basically talking about it, and people get excited, like, yes, shit, I could save some money on this, and then when they go to buy it, it's just like, you know, F you, the scalpers got it anyways. So if you're disappointed to buy that, I'm sorry, but, you know, the Switch OLED is pretty cool. That screen, man, like, hard to go back to that other screen, but it only really matters if you play portable, so maybe you didn't miss out. Hopefully Nintendo will do, you know, more bigger price drops on things across the country and across the world, but we'll just have to wait and see. And finally, we have some good news. Good news about Nintendo Switch Online. Like I said a million times, there's a lot of things I don't like about it, but improvements are always a welcome thing. And there's been something that happened within the past year or so that really made the Nintendo Switch Online service better. And it wasn't something that was actually announced. It was announced by websites and YouTubers and things of that nature, but not by Nintendo themselves, because it was more of a back-end thing. But the users actually get to experience this firsthand. It really started with Monster Hunter Rise, which utilized a new online system. Now, the original online system that the Nintendo Switch and whole Nintendo family of consoles used to use was the NEX plan, and basically that stunk. It was old. It was like 20 years old when they were still using it on the Switch, and that's why a lot of Nintendo Switch Online games weren't really that good. There was quality issues as far as connections and transfer issues were concerned, dropped games. You know the deal with this. You know why there were problems with the service, and it was because of that. Well, with Monster Hunter Rise, they implemented the NPLN service, which was actually something that supposedly Capcom really pushed Nintendo to release and create, and this allowed for a better online experience, because if you play Monster Hunter Rise, it plays exceptionally better. We saw this with Super Mario Party also getting an update for the online portion of the game to actually implement this server feature into it, which made it a hell of a lot better because they did more with it. And then, of course, you've had Mario Party All-Stars, games like that that have come out since then that have utilized this feature. But it was still kind of questionable whether or not Nintendo was going to go all in on it, or if they were still going to use NEX for different projects depending on the size and the scope of the projects. Well, it looks like Pokemon Legends Arceus, which of course has a million different leaks out there, but we're not going to look at it or talk about any of those leaks because I'm going to enjoy that game, damn it. It does have some online multiplayer components. Now, it seems like you could trade items and do things of that nature, but it seems like there's going to be more sort of stuff you could do, possibly online raids and things like that. It really hasn't been outlined by the Pokemon company or Nintendo themselves, so I'm not really going to speculate on what's going to be there. Well, somebody actually found out because, I mean, the game leaked, and of course it's been data mined all the hell, and all the Pokedexes out there. Such bullshit, man. Just keep it to yourself. Like, why are you so hungry to know what's in this game when the game comes out next week? Let the old man Pokemon fan who fell off the bandwagon, who doesn't care about Pokemon anymore, let him enjoy the game in peace. Well, this game, Pokemon Legends Arceus, is going to be using the NPLN as well. It has been data mined. This was found by one of Oatmeal Dome's associates. He retweeted it. That's how it got my attention. ThomasNet_MC. Basically, what this means is you're having a proper stable connectivity on your mobile networks. If you're doing that, or on your Wi-Fi connection, or if you're doing it docked, it's going to be a lot of a better experience. And basically, it allows for less connectivity issues where it was like unplayable or super laggy. All of that is probably going to be a non-factor in this game, much like Monster Hunter Rise. So it's nice to see. This is actually still in beta, NPLN, and so there's going to be more features added into it and more stability sort of stuff tied into it as well. But it's nice to see this actually happening. And it's nice to see that Nintendo is fully utilizing this. They've gotten rid of the NEX servers and all that nonsense that made games run like crap, and they're actually trying to improve the online stuff. It's obviously not competing with the Joneses right now, but it is better. And for that, I will salute you, Nintendo. Now, to do something about that N64 and Sega Genesis stuff. What am I paying $50 a year for, man? Alrighty, so that is going to do it for today's video. Kind of all over the place, but there was a lot of stuff to talk about. Let me know what you think of everything in the comments section down below. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, subscribe. I already said subscribe. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.